Today, we are looking at 4 ancient drinks that women across East and Southeast Asia have used for centuries to support skin, joints, sleep, and recovery. Not trends, not influencer recommendations. Traditions that are now being backed by modern nutritional science, quietly, in journals that most people never read. This is not about expensive ingredients you have to order online. This is not about replacing your meals or changing your entire diet. This is not about another product someone is trying to sell you. This is about 4 warm drinks made from real food that you can start tonight. And one of them, drink number 3, has an actual published clinical study showing measurable improvement in skin moisture and elasticity in women over 40. In 4 weeks. We will get to that one. But first, let's start with the one that has been used for 3,000 years, and that science now says works better than most anti-inflammatory supplements on the market. Drink number 1 is turmeric golden milk. You have probably seen this one before. It shows up on wellness blogs, in coffee shops, on Instagram. And because of that, a lot of people assume it is a trend, something that appeared 5 years ago and will disappear in 5 more. Here's what most people don't know. This drink is over 3,000 years old. Women in India, Sri Lanka, and across South Asia have been drinking a version of it every single night before bed since long before anyone had a word for anti-aging. The reason it works comes down to one compound, curcumin. Curcumin is the active molecule in turmeric, and it does something very specific inside your body. It suppresses 2 inflammatory proteins, IL-6 and TNF-alpha, that are directly responsible for breaking down collagen in your skin and joints. When those proteins are elevated, your body destroys collagen faster than it can rebuild it. When they are reduced, the rebuild process wins. But here is the detail that changes everything. Curcumin on its own is almost useless. Your digestive system processes it so quickly that almost none of it reaches your bloodstream. The women who developed this drink thousands of years ago didn't know the biochemistry, but they knew to add black pepper. And it turns out that piperine, the compound that gives black pepper its heat, increases curcumin absorption by nearly 2,000%. Not 20%. 2,000. One small pinch of black pepper turns a moderately helpful drink into something your body can actually use. Here is how to make it. Warm 1 cup of milk, dairy, oat, or almond all work. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and a small pinch of black pepper. A little honey if you want it sweet. Drink it 30 minutes before bed. That timing matters. Your body does most of its collagen repair during the first few hours of deep sleep, so giving it anti-inflammatory support right before that window is exactly when it needs it most. If you're finding this helpful, take 1 second and subscribe. Drinks 3 and 4 are the ones that surprise people the most, especially number 4, which addresses something about skin aging after 50 that almost nobody in the Western wellness space talks about. Stay with me. Drink number 2 is jujube date tea. If you have spent any time in a Chinese or Korean kitchen, you have seen these. Small, wrinkled, dark red dried fruits, about the size of an olive. In traditional Chinese medicine, they are called dazao. Korean grandmothers call them daichu. They have been simmered into teas, soups, and tonics for over 2,000 years. Prescribed specifically for women who couldn't sleep, whose skin was dull, whose energy had started to fade. Modern nutrition now explains exactly why. Jujube dates contain something unexpected for a fruit, significant amounts of vitamin C. About 69 milligrams per 100 grams, comparable to an orange. And vitamin C is not optional for collagen. It is not a bonus. Your body cannot complete the chemical process of building collagen without it. There is a step in collagen synthesis called hydroxylation. where the amino acids proline and lysine get converted into the building blocks of the collagen triple helix, and that step requires vitamin C as a direct cofactor. No vitamin C, no collagen. But here's where it gets interesting. Jujube doesn't just support collagen through vitamin C. It also contains natural compounds called saponins and flavonoids that act as precursors to GABA, the neurotransmitter your brain needs to enter deep, restorative sleep. The same sleep during which your body releases growth hormone. The same growth hormone that triggers overnight collagen production. So you're getting two things at once: collagen support and sleep support. In the same cup. Here is how to make it. Take 5 or 6 dried jujube dates. You can find them in any Asian grocery store, often very cheaply. Simmer them in 2 cups of water for 20 minutes. The water will turn a deep amber color. Strain it, let it cool slightly, and drink it warm about an hour before bed. No powders, no measuring, no complicated preparation. Drink number 3 is pearl barley water. Now, pay attention to this one. This is the drink I mentioned at the very beginning, the one with an actual published clinical study behind it. And I want to be honest with you. When I first came across it, I was skeptical. Barley water sounds like something your grandmother made when you had an upset stomach. It does not sound like a beauty drink. But the research is real, and the tradition behind it is even older than the research. In Japan, this drink is made from a grain called hato mugi. In China and across Southeast Asia, it is known as yi ren. Japanese women have been drinking it for over 400 years, not for digestion, not as a general health tonic, but specifically for skin. Specifically for the kind of clear, even quietly radiant skin that Japanese women are known for around the world. A study published in a peer-reviewed nutrition journal followed a group of women over 40 who drank pearl barley water consistently for 4 weeks. At the end of those 4 weeks, researchers measured 2 things: skin moisture levels and wrinkle depth. Both improved, measurably, in 4 weeks. The active compounds responsible are called coaxinolide and polyphenols. Coaxinolide has demonstrated anti-inflammatory properties in multiple studies. The polyphenols neutralize the free radicals that break down collagen overnight, the same oxidative stress that accelerates skin aging faster than almost anything else. Together, they create conditions where your skin can actually repair itself during sleep instead of fighting damage all night. Pearl barley is in most grocery stores, not just Asian ones. It is inexpensive. A bag costs almost nothing and lasts for weeks. Here is how to prepare it. Take 2 tablespoons of pearl barley and soak them in water overnight. The next evening, drain the soaking water, add the barley to 2 cups of fresh water, and simmer for 40 minutes. Strain it completely. You want just the liquid. Drink it warm before bed. Some women add a few jujube dates while simmering, which, as you now know, adds a vitamin C boost on top of everything else. 2 drinks in 1 cup. Centuries of tradition pointing at exactly the same result. Before we get to drink number 4, if you have made it this far, hit the like button. It helps this kind of content reach the women who need it, because this last one addresses something about skin aging after 50 that almost nobody in the Western wellness space talks about openly. Drink number 4 is black sesame milk, not white sesame, not tahini. Black sesame, the darker, nuttier variety that has been a staple of East Asian kitchens for centuries. In Korea, it is called hyuk imja. In China, it appears in desserts, soups, and tonics going back over 1,000 years. In both traditions, it was given specifically to women. For hair that was thinning, for skin that was losing its thickness, for bodies that were changing in ways that felt outside their control. Modern nutrition now gives us the exact reasons why. Black sesame is one of the richest plant sources of zinc, and zinc, like vitamin C, is a direct cofactor for collagen synthesis. Your body uses zinc at a specific point in the collagen building process, and without adequate zinc, that process stalls. Many women over 45 are mildly zinc deficient without knowing it. Because zinc absorption decreases with age, and most Western diets don't compensate for that. One serving of black sesame gives you a meaningful portion of your daily requirement in a form your body absorbs well. But here is the part that makes this drink different from everything else on this list. Black sesame contains a group of compounds called lignans, specifically a lignan called sesamin. Sesamin has demonstrated estrogen-modulating properties in research. What that means in plain language, as estrogen levels drop after menopause, skin loses thickness and elasticity rapidly because estrogen directly stimulates collagen production. Sesamin does not replace estrogen, but it interacts with estrogen receptors in a way that helps support skin structure during that transition. It is one of the very few foods that addresses the hormonal dimension of skin aging, something no collagen powder on the market touches. This is not a supplement. You cannot buy this in a bottle. You make it in your kitchen in 4 minutes. Take 2 tablespoons of black sesame paste. You can find this in any Asian grocery store, sometimes labeled as black sesame butter. Whisk it into 1 cup of warm milk. Dairy, oat, or almond all work. Add a small spoon of honey if you like it sweet. Drink it warm, 30 to 60 minutes before bed. The fat in the sesame helps your body absorb the fat-soluble compounds, so do not use a zero-fat milk alternative for this one. Drink it regularly. Not occasionally. That is the only rule. So there they are. 4 drinks, 4 traditions, thousands of years of women figuring out, through observation, through inheritance, through care, passed from mother to daughter, exactly what their bodies needed to age well. Turmeric golden milk for inflammation. Jujube date tea for collagen synthesis and deep sleep. Pearl barley water for skin hydration and overnight repair. Black sesame milk for the hormonal dimension of skin aging that most Western wellness content never touches. 3 things I want to leave you with. First, your body can rebuild collagen at any age. What it cannot do is rebuild collagen without the raw materials, the cofactors, the anti-inflammatory support, the deep sleep where the actual repair happens. These drinks do not add collagen to your body. They give your body what it needs to make its own. That distinction matters. Second, pick one, not 4. 1. Make it tonight. Make it again tomorrow. Make it a habit for 30 days before you judge whether it is working. The women who have used these drinks their entire lives did not drink them occasionally. They drank them the way you brush your teeth, because it was simply what you did before bed. Third, and this is the one I want you to sit with. The women who passed these drinks down were not afraid of getting older. They were not fighting aging. They were nourishing themselves through it. There is a difference between those 2 things, a difference that shows up in the body and in the face, and in the way a woman carries herself at 60 and 70. You are not behind. You are not too late. Start tonight. Which one of these 4 are you going to try first? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you know a woman who has been spending money on supplements that are not delivering, share this video with her. It costs nothing to share. It might change something.